Hi, this is Peter from SEMPAD, the ad tool for agencies. Today I'm going to talk about what display URLs are and what some best practices are when putting them into practice. If you aren't already aware, a display URL is a completely decorative URL which shows underneath your ad headline. I'll show you them in real use here. Here, this green URL which shows below the headline. It seems to a lot of people, and many people get confused because they think that when they click this ad, this is the URL they were actually being sent to, but that isn't the case. This is essentially a decorative URL, so you can put any information you want here. The ad itself will be pointing to the final URL you set, which is in a different location. Now I'll show you how to set these display URLs. Here I have an ad. I'll click to edit it. Now what you will see on this page is all of the different settings. At the top here we have the final URL, and you'll notice that it's a different URL than what shows as the display URL alongside the ad. We have /features, /bidding-algorithms. Here we have /CPA-algorithms, /free trial. Now if you go down a couple lines past the headlines, you will see these two fields beside your root URL, and Google calls these paths. So these are path 1 and path 2. And this changed recently when Google changed their ad structure to these new expanded ads, which have the two headlines. They have more characters allowed within the body. And it used to be where you could just create whatever you wanted here. There didn't have to be this 2/ structure. Now Google breaks it up so that you do need to use this / structure, and you have 15 characters per section to get a point across. In terms of best practices when you're creating your display URLs, there are a couple things to keep in mind. The first is that you want to include keywords where possible within this display URL. There's a couple reasons for that. The first being that it will make users who see that think that they'll be directed to a site which is very relevant to their search. In this situation, we've set up some different single keyword ad groups, which you can see another video of ours to explain what that is. All of these searches will be very relevant to CPA algorithms. So typically within an ad, you want to include that keyword a couple times to ensure that people see that your ad is very relevant to them. This is one more opportunity to do so. The other benefit to that is that including keywords within your ads also shows Google's algorithms that your ad is relevant for that copy, and that has an effect on quality scores. So we add in a keyword, which is a great best practice to have. Another good best practice is that you want to put both of these to use. There's no obligation to do so. You can leave them both blank if you want. You could fill in just one of them and leave that. I do not believe you can fill in the second one and not the first one. But I'll need to double check on that. But it really allows you to take up a little more ad space on the search page, and that is typically beneficial in terms of your performance. Now, what I typically like to do is in the first section add a keyword so that you get all those benefits, quality score, people see it's relevant for what they're searching. And then in the second section, you can add a call to action. And that kind of follows typical principles. You know, you want to first convince them, and then you want to cause them to take action. So this is a great opportunity to put free trial, call us, contact us, something like that. You may want to get a little more specific depending on how focused your ad groups are and how specific that search is. But this is a general practice which will work very well for you. You can also test a couple different things when it comes to capitalizing. That may change performance, although you are at Google's mercy as to how they want to show the URL. So they may change capitalization, things like that, based on different tests which they run. I hope this video has helped. If you're interested in more online advertising tips and tricks, please subscribe or feel free to ask any questions in the comments section. If you happen to manage online ads for an agency or as a freelancer, I strongly recommend you have a look at sempad.com. It's an ad reporting and optimization platform for Google, Bing, Facebook, and more, with dashboards, bidding algorithms, weekly suggestions, and other tools to make your life easier. Visit sempad.com for a free trial and start saving time today.